comes out in 1080p in high def, so you guys can read the text on my screen. Okay, good. Okay, good. So I'm seeing it is showing up in 1080p now. Let's see. Oh, I realized that this is a new stream, so actually I have to reshare this link with people. So let me get this new link here. How do I do this? Share, copy. Okay, let me just share with it. At least a couple of my friends. So I can have some people come join me. Okay. Cool. So you can see my face. Hi, everyone. My name is Ching, and I'm trying to build a SaaS startup in 30 days, and I'll be doing this live. So in today's session, we're going to continue designing the product. We've already laid out the strategy, and I'm documenting my whole process here on Notion, and I'm publishing everything on Notion live. You'll have a link in the description. So let's just take a look and let's recap what we've been doing. So in my first session, we went over the business plan of what the SaaS product is going to be. So we talked about why I want to do this, what I'm going to be building, what it solves, and so forth. Yeah. And so generally what I'm trying to build is just a different dashboard for your GitHub issues. I don't think it's the best idea, but again, as I discussed before, I think I just need to get into the habit of just building stuff. And this is not built to last yet, but this is more just a bit of a practice in a sense of building a SaaS startup and also learning from people as they follow me. I don't have many followers now, but hopefully I can get some more people later to come sort of give me advice on what I should do moving forward. So after we developed this business plan, we kind of jumped straight into designing the product a little bit. And we have our first version on Sketch, but we realized halfway through that actually I should have done a wireframe and laid out the user flow of the app first before we started designing it. So we went back then, and then we just started designing a wireframe. And I did the wireframes all on my iPad, and I have a couple sketches that I'm going to pull into this Notion sheet now. So let me just pull it up here. Let's see, Project Milan. I should organize these notes a little bit later, but for now I'm kind of just sticking everything in. And I'm just going to pull these wireframe notes here. Okay. So beyond what we did with Sketch, in Sketch, the user flows, we've also kind of just documented a couple more user flows here. We talked about our bare minimum MVP features in this section here, under Chapter 1. So we wanted some main functionalities. We wanted users to be able to see their plans. We wanted them to be able to authenticate and then see their subscription account. And so we went off and checked off each one of these things here as we drew out those user flows. And those user flows kind of look like this. So for example, I wonder what happens if I click on this. Does it pop up as a bigger image? Yeah. So then we have an authentication flow. If a user is not authenticated, they'll first land on this page. They can only connect with GitHub. We're not going to give an option to sign in with a username or email and password, which is a bit strange, but we'll see how it works out. Once they're authenticated, then they go into the main dashboard view, where they can see a view with their issues kind of grouped into that view. And here's a bucket of all of their issues. In the top right, you'll have a user icon where you can go have a drop-down menu, which has My Subscription, Plans, and a Sign Up button. Okay. The My Subscription button goes to a Stripe checkout page, which we won't build. It's already provided by Stripe. and this is where users can manage their payment subscription, update their credit card, and so forth. Okay. Here's another user flow. This one is regarding viewing the um, details of a GitHub issue. So say we've dragged a few issues into the view here. If they click on the title, then up will pop up another modal that will have all of their metadata regarding that issue. And it will look more or less similar to the issues that you see on GitHub. At the bottom of it, instead of having a field where people can add another comment, which is what GitHub has, we're just going to have a big button that says go to the issue on github.com to edit the issue. So this page, this modal here won't allow the user to edit any information. They can only just see the metadata for now. This will just keep development easy for us. Later, I think if people are really clamoring for this functionality, then we can start considering to build it, but let's keep our assumptions simple for now. The third page, we drew out a plans page. So this will be another page where you can only see if you're authenticated, and there should be two plans for now. There'll be a free plan, and then there'll be a premium plan. The free plan will have a button that's grayed out at the bottom that says your current plan. And in the premium plan, if they haven't subscribed yet, of course, will say upgrade to this plan. It will have a nice highlighted blue button or another button color that will pop out. If they're subscribed to the premium plan, then this plan will say your current plan. It will be grayed out. It will be disabled. And then the free plan will have maybe a downgrade button. I don't know if this is the best option yet, but we'll place it. If they click the upgrade button or maybe the downgrade button, then maybe we'll take them to the Stripe checkout page. That reminds me, actually, we probably need to have a functionality for what happens if you click the downgrade plan. What does that flow like? So actually, let me just document this here. Actually, so maybe what they can do, maybe this downgrade button will also just go to the Stripe page, the checkout page, and from there they can cancel their subscription. So maybe instead of downgrade, this should say something like cancel on Stripe checkout. Then it will have to be here. Okay. Let's get into that a little. Well, actually, no, let's do that now. We should figure this out now before we start designing. Okay, so let's say that you are on the premium, and we say this is your current plan. Maybe there should be a button below this current plan that says manage your plans. And I think for most users that will generally suggest to them that they can click on this button to go potentially cancel their plan if they want to. Since we only have two plans, canceling means you go back to the free plan. There's no option to go to maybe another tier of premium. So it's either free or premium. There's only two that you can be on right now. So maybe we'll just have another button that says manage your plan here, and then that will take them to Stripe. Okay, so actually let me edit this. Let me just go get my iPad so I can just draw this in, or actually let me pull it up. I don't need my iPad. Here, let's go to the image. Just navigating on my Finder right now. I think this is number 3. Oops. Okay. Okay, good. So actually, so we're going to get rid of this. Is there any way to, let's just block it out. Did it work? Okay, good. So let's see. So actually what we'll want is maybe another square below. That would maybe kind of be gray. Oh, we don't need a border. Maybe just this gray box. Like this. And we'll have some text in it. Let's say manage your plan. Okay. And then the user will only see this if they're subscribed to the premium plan. Yeah. Let's make this red so people know that's a note. And I'm just going to twist it around a little bit. Is there a way to twist it? Nope, that's not what I want. Okay. Okay, anyways. Okay, I think we get the general idea. So actually this should be these two should be kind of just below. Yeah, like this, yeah. Okay. Done. Okay. So let's take this one out. This is an old version, and let's add in our new version here. Okay, good. So I'm glad we talked about this. So manage your plan will then link to the page on Stripe. Okay. And then finally, we want a way to be able to edit the views that you've created. So this is back to our main dashboard page, and there's a view. And I think we're going to put like a little gear icon to manage the view, and then we'll have a little drop down that says edit view or delete view. On Sketch, we already have the edit view flow. We already have the designs for that. So I just sketched out another flow for the delete view. And once we click delete view, we're going to have a modal that pops up that says something like, are you sure you want to delete the, and then the title of the view. Okay, and then we'll have two buttons, cancel or confirm delete view. Actually, right below this title, we're going to just have a little subtext that says your issues will not be deleted or modified within the view. Or maybe some better wording to tell the users that if their issues won't be affected. It's just removing the view, and then these issues will still remain in your repository down here. There's also going to be an X at the top of the modal, as all modals should have, so that the user can click out of it. And they can also click out of the modal, and then it will do the same thing as cancel. Okay. Just like how I click this picture, if I click on the outside, then I usually expect to exit out of this little pop-up here. Yeah? Okay, so let's see, we've done this. Yes, check, check. Okay, so that's the flow that I created in my last live stream. And so we're going to go ahead and continue building the design for these flows here, as well as clean up the design on Sketch. So let's go back to Project Mulan. And let me just review what we have so far. Okay, so we have our authentication page. And actually we want to maybe just update this text for people that maybe have already created an account and they're just signing back in. So connect with GitHub to start managing issues in a better way. So maybe we can split this into two. Maybe we'll have something like start managing. Obviously, this is sort of like the marketing tagline. We can do that better later. We'll say create an account or sign in. with GitHub. And this will be a nice smaller font. Let's try 24. Yeah, okay. Okay. Cool. I think that looks kind of decent, actually. Creating an account or signing with GitHub. Yeah, okay. And then this can be connected with GitHub regardless of whether or not they created an account already. Okay, so you go through the regular GitHub auth flow, and then you land on this page. We have an issues bucket down here. And actually, instead of get feedback, we're not going to do this anymore. Maybe we could put this into the drop-down menu. Actually, I do want to have that. But yeah, actually, yeah, we can put it in there. Okay. So maybe let's put it give feedback. I didn't realize I wanted this, but actually maybe I do. So let's make sure we do it all the way through. So this is the MVP we want. Allow users to give feedback through what email? Maybe I'll just make the give feedback link just a simple mail to link. Okay. So then we want to just update the wireframe to show this. Okay, let's edit this here again. And so we're going to have my subscription plans sign out, and then we're also going to have one more that'll say give feedback. Yeah, could I just copy this? No. Let's make this blue. Okay. And this will just be a simple mail to. How come I can't type? There we go. No, that's not right. Make this one red. Okay. And let's just have it like a little arrow pointing at it. What is this? Oh, it's because it's white. Let's make it red. Okay. It's kind of messy, but I can remember that it's my subscription. My subscription plans, and then maybe there should be a divider bar actually. Let's draw this out. Okay, let me just get my iPad so I can draw this out actually. I'll be right back. I can hear myself. Okay. So I want to keep this here to this side here, and I'm going to open this up. Okay. So let's draw this on my iPad. Okay, I have two windows. The one on the left is wireframe 1, where we have my messy drop-down menu, and on the right I'm just going to draw out a new drop-down menu. So it's going to look something like, we're going to have our little guy here, and if you click on him, then a drop-down menu will come up. And the first one is going to say my subscription. It should be my subscription or my account. I can't decide. Okay, my subscription, plans. I don't know what the difference between these two are, to be honest. We'll streamline it later. Yeah? And we'll just put a divider here. And then we can have give feedback like this. And put another divider, and then we'll have sign out. Maybe with like a nice sign out logo. I don't know what the sign out logo is. Maybe something like that. Yeah. So this will be the top right drop down menu. Okay. I'm doing this complicated thing where I'm putting up a picture on my desktop and then live editing it with this button here on my iPad. So that way everything I draw on my iPad shows up in real time on my desktop. I don't know if there's a better way. I hope there is a better way, because I think after I save this, and if I want to go back and edit this, all this stuff that I've drawn previously on the iPad kind of gets saved as like an image, and so I can't go back and edit individual lines. So it's not saved as like a drawing file, I guess. Okay, cool. So we've kind of hashed out maybe one more small user flow, and I think it's good that we did this. So let me just add this to the notes here. Okay, good. So we've done that. So let's go back here. So we're going to redesign this part with that icon. Yeah. Before we do that, let's just kind of go over what we already have as well. If you click this button here, it will pop up a modal that says create a view. Once you create the view, then that view will be here. And we'll need to update this thing here to be sort of a gear. And I think we're going to bring the title inside this box here and then put a divider line. We'll see how that looks. Maybe we can play around with it and see if that looks better. Okay, and then this will be a gearbox here. It's going to link to this drop-down menu, and we've already done the edit view name, and that's going to pop up another modal here where you can edit the name of the view. And then we're going to have to create another flow for delete view, where we're going to have another modal that pops up. Now, all this stuff is very simple in terms of programming. It's very quick to program it, but the reason why I'm doing this on Sketch first is because I want to make sure that I get all the design decisions settled up front, so I don't have to make these design decisions later when I'm programming, because it becomes more expensive when you're trying to iterate design decisions when you're programming, and it's better to just do it with a dedicated tool for design. So here we can try out all these different types of designs, for example, like whether or not we want this title to be on the inside or not. Otherwise, if you do it by code, it will take a lot longer. So whatever we can do to speed up the development time, I think that's usually a good win. Okay. So we have a couple things that we want to do today. So let me just list them out. And let's go to our chapter 2 here. So items to design out. We want to update the top right user menu. Okay. We want to fix the layout of title on a view. replace the view drop-down menu with a gear icon. So far we're using this light blue, even though we had a color picker using colors.co. When we picked up these colors, so far it's been hard to use these colors. I think I really haven't thought about how to use these colors yet. And I think maybe we want to change it up a little bit. Originally we were also thinking about just using the GitHub colors, which is what these blues are. But okay. So we replace this, and we need to also design out the delete view flow. And what else? Oh yeah, that's right, the plans page. Right. Let me pull up 1A again. So we have this authenticate view drop-down menu. Yes, we're doing that. Oh yes, we also need the GitHub issue modal, details modal. That's going to be a big one. This plans page, the gear button, drop down, delete view, yes, okay. And this, okay, the top right user menu, top right user drop down menu, okay. So that means I'm going to have to also get a few icons. We need the gears icon, we need the user icon. I'm sure there's lots of tools and plugins that can help me get icons here. I think, do I have a plugin here? Runner. Here, Iconify. Yes, there we go. So how do I use this Iconify? Okay, this thing came up. So let's try settings. Ah, yeah, here we go. Perfect. Exactly what I need. Okay, let's use this. Cool. How easy was that? Where'd it go? Where is it? How do I focus on this thing? Here it is. Cool. Okay. Geez, that was simple. Okay, I want to put it on my view here. So let's see. I think I don't need to draw a whole nother artboard when I'm redesigning this. So I'm going to just create a. I'm just going to arbitrarily just create another artboard up here to design this view, in a sense. So let's get these three things up here. Oops. Here it is. We don't need that. What is this? How do I get rid of that hotspot? Oh, yeah, here we go. Prototyping. Let's get rid of this. Okay, good. No prototyping. Okay, and maybe this will just be an artboard full of different design decisions for in terms of the view. Okay, so we can play around with it. So this is our current view. Let's see, yeah, and let's put in some guides. Well, let's see. This is. I just want to make sure that the size is right. So this is 1024. So let's also make this 1024. Let's also put in the logo so we can sort of see what that looks like. Okay. Good. So this is what we currently have. And let's try a different version of it, huh? And I think this next version, I want to put this on the inside here. And then put like a a little line. Just goes straight across, like a divider. There you go. Maybe this should be a little bit bolder. Can't scroll together. Scroll in, scroll out. Okay, priority issues. Yeah, and then where's my settings? Let's bring this up front. Okay. Huh. The border is quite strong, huh? So maybe it can be smaller. 25. This one looks like it's not even. It's the aliasing that we see sometimes. Okay. Try your issues here. Okay. This doesn't look too bad. Maybe we make this a little bit duller. Yeah, okay. Something like this. This should also be a bit duller. How do I pull up that iconify again? This is Control Shift I. Okay. Okay, let's use this again. Oh, I can't pick. Is it a fill? Let's see, what is this? Maybe I can just edit these two. Let's make it red. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Okay, perfect. So I don't need to do it through that setting there. Okay. Maybe we can set these both as settings gear icon. And so we can just edit that color directly. It's not the best, but at least it's lighter. I'm not fully sold on this yet. Okay, let's try another version. Let me see what happens if I make the top bar up here white. Okay. So I'm going to copy this. I'm not going to have any shadows. And so I'm going to make it white. Okay. And it's not going to have any bottom corners. Can I, oh, I can't manually choose the corners. I don't want it to have a rounded corner on the bottom. Okay, but it'll be something like this. Should be white or maybe a little off-white. Maybe you should have a border around it. Oh, and this. Okay, and maybe a border. Does this have a border? No, it doesn't have a border. It's just a shadow. What if it has a shadow? No. Let's get rid of the rounding here. Yeah, I guess it looks okay. Michael, your question. How can I draw on my iPad and it shows up on my computer? It's a good question. It's the little hack that I found. What you do is you pull up any picture, and hold on, let me see if I can pull it up for you. So what I've done is I've literally just created this blank page here on my Mac. It's just a blank picture, PNG. And then on Macs, if you push the space bar, it does this little preview thing here. And then if you click this button here, you can start editing that preview directly. You can draw on it and so forth. Yeah. Oh, get out of that. And then once you click that preview thing, it will automatically pop up on your iPad where you can draw on the iPad directly. So if I draw something like this, let's see if I can do this real time. I'm just going to draw some nonsense. You can see it kind of appear on the screen. And I do this just so I can broadcast what I'm doing on my iPad onto my desktop and stream with you guys. Get rid of that. This is my blank board. So I just copy and paste this so I can create new notes, and I put them into my wireframe notes here. Yeah, so that's how we do that. Okay, let's see. So we have 3 different versions of how to design the views here. I think this bottom one looks best so far, but for some reason I kind of want to do this one instead. I'm not digging this big gear icon. I think it's a bit too big. But we do need a way for our users to be able to edit the settings, or sorry, edit the name. Or maybe another way to do it is also to put a little pencil icon and put a little trash icon. But maybe that's too easy, or it's too obvious. Meaning it might be too easy to accidentally click the trash icon if it's always next to it. Or I can put just the edit button here, and then have the trash icon hidden as in the drop-down menu over here. But there'll only be one option, so it doesn't make sense. The reason why I went with a gear icon here instead of these 3 dots is because I think I showed somewhere here. Once you start having issues below it, yes, something like this. Once you start having issues below it, and they have the 3 dots, then it kind of just looks funny, yeah? But maybe actually let me add these issues, and maybe with this divider bar, it doesn't look that bad. So let's add them here. Okay, let's take out this text. We have issues here. And let's see what happens if I replace this thing with these 3 dots. Yeah, something like this. Do you think that's confusing? It's a bit nicer, a little bit cleaner. There's just so many dots, you know? Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Okay. I'm not a big fan of this gears, but I think I'm going to go with this version here. I think this one kind of looks better. I think this one also looks not bad. I don't like the gears icon, but I think it's less confusing than these 2 dots here. So I think we'll stick with this one here. Okay. So that's our new design. So I'm going to create a component out of this. Create a symbol. Yes. So this will be a view. That way we should be able to reuse this, hopefully, if I'm using symbols correctly. Yeah. So I think they've restructured the way symbols work here on Sketch since I last used Sketch. So I'm going to have to reorient myself. Okay, good. So we have the gears icon there. And I think we have a drop down. So this will cover the gears icon. I think this one looks okay so far. We don't need to edit it. a nice little shading. It will kind of just cover the gears icon. We also need the user thing here. So let's pull up our icon, browse icons thing. Let's say user. Okay, yeah. Let's use the simple thing. Add this. Good. Where are you? Okay, got all the way over there. I'm just gonna cut you and paste you into, maybe let's just go here. Paste in here. There we go. So we don't want this give feedback, we want this thing here. Let's go to 100%. I think the lines are too big. So how do I make it thinner? Or maybe I should just make it gray. Okay. Okay. Maybe I should have some text below it that says user feed, user settings or something. 12. Like this. How does that look? Meh. The best. I think maybe because I don't have a logo yet, and this logo is so black, and while this is gray, maybe I just don't have a consistency in colors. Maybe that's why it doesn't look so great. But of course, we can redesign this a little bit further later. Maybe we'll just stick with this for now. I think it looks somewhat decent. It looks okay. Let's bring this a little bit closer. Okay, good. Let's see. Should we make this overlapping like this? Maybe reduce the line height. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it's not the best. Okay, from here you should be able to click a drop-down menu. So I'm going to create another board here. I don't know where to position this. I'm going to call this the user menu. User drop-down menu. Okay, and you have this guy here. And once you click on him, then a user menu will pop up. And the user menu will look something just like this. Yeah. So cover him kind of like this. Or maybe you should go below. Let's get rid of this prototype thing. And I think we said that it's going to have this stuff here. Okay. So my subscription plans. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Plans. And what else? Give feedback and sign out. Okay. Put a little more space because we're going to put a divider there. Give feedback. log out. And I think we want the log out icon. Here we go. Okay, we should use this. Oh, where'd it go? How do I focus on this? Find it. Okay, it's here. Should it go up to the right or the left? What do you think? Yeah, maybe to the left. Make it a bit smaller. Okay. What color is this? This is a strange color. Oh, this is our primary color. Should we make this our primary color too? Okay, let's try that. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks not too bad. What size is this? 15 by 15. Okay. Cool. And we'll draw a divider line. What if we use secondary? Third? Fourth? Okay. I'm just using random colors right now. They don't look great. What? No, maybe I do want a gray. Yeah. Can we make this even smaller? No. Lighter gray? Yeah. I have an issue with, sometimes in my design work, I always just end up going with very light grays that I think strain the eyes. And I kind of just default to using them. And I don't think it's a good habit. So, okay. I think that's it. This is the drop-down menu. It looks pretty decent. It's not the worst. Okay, I'm not going to make too many iterations over this. So we'll just leave this like this. Yeah. Okay, so you have, oh, maybe I do want to try something. I want to see if we should pop it over the user settings, or if we should go under. I mean, if you should go under like this. So right now here it's going under, but maybe we should see what it looks like if it's just popped over. Like this. So if you click this, then this will pop up. If you click out, then this will disappear. If you click this, then this will pop up here, and then the icon disappears, the user settings icon disappears. If you click out, then it will close. I don't know which one's better. Okay, let's just stick with this one for now. No real preference. Don't ever go for gray? What should I go for then? It's very boring, right? Should I just use Bootstrap? Okay, good. So we have drop-down menu. That's done. So I think with this symbol that I created, I think I can just replace this. Replace with symbol. Let's see, document. Use drop-down menu, open. Oh, it didn't come out right. I think there's like some setting with some layouts or something. Okay, maybe it has to be fixed size. Okay, here we go. Yeah, fixed size. Let's try this again. Replace with. Nope, that's not right. Okay, I think later I'm going to just do a little tutorial on how to use symbols. I'm not quite sure how to do it yet. Prototype, no, fixed size. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's when you. So maybe I need to make this 146.215, and maybe I should also make this 156.214. Maybe I can just insert a symbol like this. Sometimes I just make things very difficult for myself. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Done. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that doesn't look bad. Yes, dark mode. How am I going to do dark mode? This is going to be to do. Okay, cool. So we've got the user menu done. Yes. Okay. Layout of the title on a view. Yes. Replace the view drop-down menu with a gear icon. I've done that already. We got to do the delete view flow. So if we want to delete a view, then what flow would that look like? It's instead of creating a whole new page, I'm just going to recreate this modal component to show what the delete modal will look like. So we'll call it modals, and let's get everything in here. I don't want this. Put that in here. Let's get rid of the prototyping stuff. Okay. This is already grouped good. Okay, so we have update view name, and we also have a delete a view. So what did I say I wanted to do with this? Let's see. Okay, here's the text of what I want. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. So, are you sure you want to delete the default view? And then the subtext should be your issues will within the view will not be deleted or modified. Okay. Excuse my sniffles. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. And so we don't need, let's get rid of this grouping here. It's Command Shift G to ungroup. We don't need a text box. These guys got shifted. How wide? How tall are they? Let's see. 32. So let's just redo that. 32. be centered. And this one will say confirm, delete view, I think. And this one would be a nice red. Do I have a red saved? Yes. I think with the red, this one has to be a little bit bolder, huh? Ooh. It's a nice scary button. Center that. Okay. It's too bold. That's good enough. Okay. And we want a close icon. Maybe just this one. Oh, please don't add it too far away. Where are we? Where is it? Oopsie. Oh, I deleted it. Let's just cut this one and paste it back in here. Big ugly X. Guys, I don't know what color to make it. It's going to be gray. Gray it is. Oh, it's too gray. Sorry, excuse me. I'm just going to blow my nose. You boys that are watching, do you guys remember when I was building a website for my wedding? And it was just very gray. There's a lot of light grays in there. And I don't know how to break that habit. That's a big X. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, we'll keep it like that. Yeah, okay. Are you sure you want to delete the default view? Your issues within the view will not be deleted or modified. I don't know how to do program the spacing. I guess this thing should be a box, and that box should be centered. Yeah. So if I were to center this, yeah, it should be something like this, I guess. Okay. Cool. Cool. So I think we have a nice middle here. Let's make sure these are also centered. Okay, done. So delete view. Okay, these two are big. Plans page and GitHub issues page. It's a bit out of order, but okay, maybe I should add the page here. So maybe let's just add this page here, and let's call this the plans page. We're still going to have the logo. Let's take all this stuff out. And I had a very ugly plans page sort of sketched out. Patrick, you make a good point. Why do I just use bootstrap.css? And I think it's a good idea. Maybe I should. The reason why I was initially hesitant to use extra frameworks, other frameworks that I haven't used before, is that it just always requires a little bit more time to brush up on those skills and learn those frameworks. And then sometimes using frameworks also creates its own bugs that you have to troubleshoot. And so in my previous project where I was building a website for a client, the senior developer that helped laid out the entire architecture of the code, he barely used any frameworks. We used a select few. We used Next.js, styled components. He used Bulma a little bit, bulma.css, but we ended up scrapping that. And every time there was like a functionality that we needed that was a bit complex, maybe something like notifications, we could have downloaded a package for it, but he would just say, just build it yourself. And so we did. And actually we learned quite a bit, obviously, doing that. And I thought it was very helpful. When I was building another website, I would use something like Material UI from Google. And they have like this pretty heavy set of components that you can use that are all nicely styled, and you can kind of just plug and play different colors. But it also caused a lot of bugs. And a lot of times I was just troubleshooting Material UI stuff itself for just a component box or like a text thing. And so I wanted to try to avoid using stuff like Material UI. I think Bootstrap obviously is a lot lighter. It should be much simpler. And so actually maybe I should use Bootstrap CSS. Maybe you're right. So actually let me think about this. Maybe I should just spend a day just practicing using it. Because a lot of this stuff is very basic, this modal stuff and these buttons. Like I shouldn't have to figure out what is best spacing, the padding between these the text and the button. I think Bootstrap already has that figured out for you, right? And like primary colors, secondary colors, they already have that all figured out. So you're right. We should just stick with that for now. So that's not my main sort of feature. I'm not a design company. Okay, plans page. So we are going to just start with 2 boxes. So let me just draw those rectangles out for now. No, it should be the same. And okay, so I was sort of imagining maybe like a white one. Sorry, white box here, and then maybe a gold box here. Choose one of my colors here. Okay, this background's pretty ugly. It's gross. Such a gross color. What should I do with this? This one's going to say free. And this one's going to say premium plan. Were you joking about using Bootstrap? Do you not think it's a good idea? And this is a tricky part. I don't know. I don't have the copy yet for what's going to be sort of the check marks. So let me just make up stuff right now. Let's say what's it called? Priority support. let's see, create more than 20 views. It's going to be left aligned. And one more thing. Add more than add unlimited repositories. Okay, and we're going to need a nice check mark. I think we can just use the icon. So this is the premium stuff. And we're going to have a price. $50 a year. This can be a bit bigger. Maybe the 50 needs to be even bigger. And less bold. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. You're right, I am designing everything on my own now, but sometimes I wish I didn't have to. I think for me, this is more about layout and the spacing. But Bootstrap, I think, will give me the default spacing for buttons. That'll be nice. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if I can avoid adding a different package, then maybe let's avoid it. Okay, so those are the premium features, and now I have to figure out what is actually in the free plan. And this I'm not too sure either. I didn't write anything here. Damn it. I don't even know what you can do with this product. You can organize your issues in an effortless way. That's terrible at copy, marketing copy. Okay. Organize unlimited number of issues. Okay. Maybe one more thing. I don't know. What? So maybe you can just drag this over here first, so I can think about what you can do in the free plan. So let's not use the same word. Let's say drag and group issues into any number of views. Okay. You load unlimited number of issues from your repository. Okay, you can only connect to one repository. Let's use the same language here. Connect to unlimited repositories, limited number of repositories. Okay. maybe I want to say something like you can contribute to feature suggestion. I don't know. And so what I want to have up here above the additional premium feature plan is to also have a repeat of what's on the free plan, except for this one, of course. Um, but then gray them out in a sense, more gray. So let's get rid of these here. Okay. Okay, so I think I generally have, let's space these out properly. Let's put them here. Okay. What's the space in between them? 27. Maybe there's too much. Let's do 20. Okay. That way they can all be 20. Okay, good. Okay. That's nicely spaced out. Center this, yeah, okay. And then we need to have, there's usually like some subtext here. Um, I always want to make it easy for users to cancel and just get a full refund. And I want them to have confidence in being able to purchase something. But I don't know. What do you guys think should be down here? Maybe I should study what other people do. Should be nice 12. Okay. Maybe you should say fully refundable. No. I don't know. Let's make sure that these are all the same size, actually. So I think resize the text layer vertically to fit text. Is that what I want? Okay. And I want them to be this height, so all 38. Oh, that's too tall. Maybe I just leave it like this for now. Just 20. Okay. I guess I also want these green ticks for the rest of these guys here. Above, line top. I wonder if there's a shortcut for align top or align anything. Let's see, how far away are we here? 20, okay. How far is this one? 32. Or let's do here, 67. Okay. 20. Okay. Just keep it consistent. Line top. Line top. Okay. Okay, let's make these a little bit bigger. 24. Make it a little bit taller. And I was going to have a button here. Yes. Okay. So actually, I think I want the same button as that confirm button here. Do I? Let's get rid of this hotspot. Okay. Upgrade. Yeah, I think it looks okay. Maybe make it a little bit bolder. Center it. And let's group this and center this within here. Okay. Um, and let's call this one your current plan. Not be the water. Center this. And we're going to make this gray. Yeah. Do you think there needs to be a nice border rounding? Not border rounding, but rounding. Let's see. Corner rounding. Yeah, that looks nicer, right? 5. Let's do that too. Here. 5. Okay. Yeah, that looks nicer, yeah. Maybe a little bit taller. Center that. Yeah, okay. That looks nice. What is that? Let's make it just an even 40. And center that. Make this an even 40. Okay, cool. Let's top align these guys. Okay, actually, this doesn't look that bad. Oh, maybe I should have a matching thing here where it just says free. Is that too small? What is this font size again? 42. Let's bottom align with this guy. Okay, and center it. Okay, yeah, that doesn't look that bad actually. Oh, right, this one should not exist here. Let's move these guys up. $20. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. So I'm wondering if I should grade this out. Maybe something like a transparency filter. So let's get this color and let's make it a little more transparent. Something like this. Does that look right? Maybe too transparent. Obviously, what I'm trying to say is that this is the same as the free plan. and then you should focus on these new things for the premium plan. Let's see how this looks. I think it's not too bad. Maybe my logo should be a bit smaller, huh? It's so bold and black. Okay, cool. So we click this upgrade button and we'll go to the Stripe checkout page where they can enter the payment details. And I'm not going to build that page. It's just already provided by Stripe. I think this page generally looks okay. Now, what I want to do is create a different version. Hold on, did I center this already? So I'm going to group this here and I'm going to center it in the page. Yep, there we go. And we can ungroup it again. And I think what I want to do is I want to just create a different version where, say you're subscribed to the premium plan. So let me just pull my little notes text here. Okay. Here's a good question. If you're already subscribed to the premium plan, so this is not going to say upgrade, it's going to say your current plan. Yeah. Let's take this out. Let's bring this here. Center it. Okay. And what should this say? Should we have something? Should we have a button here? We know we're going to have another button here that says manage your current subscription. I think these buttons should be the same width. Okay. So this one should be grayed out. So actually should be like maybe a bit duller actually. Yeah. Michael, your question is my product a SaaS, like a GitHub tracker? Yes, so sort of. What I want to do is I want users to be able to create a view and connect with the GitHub, and I want people to be able to drag these issues into a sort of view. So that's the what. The reason why is because when I was using all these other different GitHub tools like ZenHub or even just GitHub, they'll have these Kanban boards where you can track your issues, but oftentimes these Kanban boards only allow one issue to be in one column. So I can't have the same issue in multiple columns. And I found that a bit limiting in terms of presenting the outstanding issues to my client and having a discussion with them on what we should be focusing on next. So for example, sometimes I wanted to just create a view that showed all their priority issues. So maybe all the issues that had a priority tag on it. And separately, I wanted to also just show a different view that showed all the issues that we worked on last week. That would include maybe some closed issues. And sometimes those closed issues or those issues that we worked on last week also had the priority tag. So maybe I wanted them in both views. And so what I'm building here is something that will kind of help, it lets you show those issues in a different way. I don't think this is a killer product. I've said this many times. but I think it will just be something fun for me to work on and something fun for me to kind of show people how to build. And I can build a SaaS product end to end. So include payments, include authentication, include building the product, include marketing. And that's why I'm doing this live stream today and for coming days. So that's the basic MVP. Obviously, later we can expand quite a bit more beyond that. So for now, for example, the MVP, if you click on the issue, we're just going to have a modal that will show all the issues, sorry, all the details of the issue, like who has commented on it, who's assigned to it, and so forth. And you can't edit it. Later on, of course, we'll add some functionality where you can edit directly, just like on ZenHub. Later on, I think we should be able to connect to other applications instead of just GitHub. So maybe if there's like a to-do list app that you use that's on the web that has a good API, we can connect that here. So maybe you also want to mix your other to-do list items onto here. And so for me, what I could do is, for example, I could create a view that says things to work on today. And so it could be a mix of my to-do list items as well as some GitHub issues that I need to work on, for example. Yeah. And so yeah, I don't know what other features we can add on, but I think obviously we can use quite a bit of imagination, but I think what I'm going to be trying to do is rely on people to give me feedback on where they think this can go, and we can build from there. I think these need to be, so sorry, going back to this thing, I think these need to be two different grays. Maybe this should be a lighter gray. Okay. Actually, yeah, I think this lighter gray works better. So I think I'm going to use that lighter gray here as well. Your current, yeah, I think that looks better. And then manage your current subscription. This is a bit big, but I guess it's okay for now. And there's no button on the free plan, so I wonder if that looks funny. Okay, I'm going to go to another SaaS website, and I know they have multiple plans, and I'm currently subscribed to the premium plan. They also have a free plan, and I'm going to see how they designed theirs. And just pull it up on another screen first. This is on Webflow, actually. Account settings, billing, plans. Here we go. Okay, yeah, so this is how they do it here. So I'm currently subscribed to their light plan, current plan. So, I get the cancel button, but does it really make sense to say cancel the free starter plan? Actually, this cancel should kind of maybe be under here. But I think they also wanted some continuity or some consistency between these three things. Maybe it could be a button that says go back to the free starter plan. Yeah, actually maybe we can do something like that. Maybe we can have, let's have this. Cancel premium plan and go back to free plan. It's a long button text. Let's center this over here. Let's align this with this one here, top. There's so many great buttons here. It's because I don't want them to click on anything. These two buttons do the same thing. These two buttons will go to the Stripe checkout page where they can cancel their plan. Okay, I think I just have to remind myself that this is only version 1 of the design. I think it generally looks okay. Of course, it can be improved, but maybe let's just get this out there first. I think it looks pretty decent enough. And once we start getting some feedback, maybe people are not happy with the way, or maybe it's not clear to the user how to use it, then we can start going back to the drawing board and come up with a version 2 of the design. But I think for now this looks okay with all these great buttons. I do hate the color scheme. The color scheme is terrible. Okay. If I'm going to offer this, I'm going to have to redesign some of the flows a little bit later. So I might take out this line out of here. Because right now, what I have is, I don't know how this OAuth flow works, but I have only designed this for one repository so far. I think if we want to allow multiple repositories and their issues, then I'm going to have to somehow signify or group them or organize it so that you can see issues by repository. Either have them all mixed in with some sort of insignia to designate which repository they're in. So I think that will just complicate things a bit in terms of development. We'll have to go there eventually, but I don't know if they'll be ready for the end of this month, the end of this 30 days. So create more than 20 views. This is easy to implement technically. Priority support, it's just we respond to them much faster, and then allow them to contribute to the feature roadmap. Whereas the free plan guys, it's not that, and I'm not going to, of course I'm going to listen to them, but I don't know what else to put here yet. Okay, cool. I think we have our plan page. Finally, we should go to the GitHub modal. GitHub issues detail modal, which is this thing here. Yeah, you click on the title of the issue, and it will pop up a modal showing you all the details of the issue. Okay, I'm going to see if I can pull up a kind of fleshed out GitHub issues to see what details are in there and see what I need to design. Okay, maybe I can show this one here. So this is from my previous project. This is just a regular GitHub issue. We have some discussion, some documentation of what the bug is. We have someone assigned to it. We have labels. This is put onto a specific project board where you can assign milestones and so forth. And you can link pull requests to it. And we have a conversation here. So I think generally I just want to recreate this page. I don't need to change it up too much. And at the bottom here on GitHub, they allow you to add a comment, but I'm not going to allow that. I'm just going to have a button that says go to the issue on github.com to edit it. Because I think this text thing might be a bit complicated to develop practically. It's got to be free fill text. Maybe it might have to support all these markdown things. If I have at mentions, it might have to pull up the users here and so forth. So I think it's quite involved. They have a preview button where you display the markdown. Linking to issues will be different. GitHub does all of this very well. So I think we'll leave it up to GitHub to do this first. Oh, hey, look, I think I'm using the same gear icon as GitHub. Okay. Now I'm wondering if I need to design this because it's quite a few elements, or if I can just take a screenshot of this. Maybe I should. Yeah, let me just take a screenshot of this, to be honest. Well, maybe I don't want this one here. Let's see, is there any sensitive information here? Maybe it's too sensitive. Okay. Let's find another issue. I think I already have a screenshot here on my vision board. Yes, we can use this. Okay, I'm just going to use this here so I don't have to redesign all the elements. This is going to be the GitHub issue modal, issue details modal. Okay, and let's crop this a bit. That shrinks it. How do I crop it? Use tools. No crop. What is this? Oh, whoa! What just happened? Well, that's kind of cool, actually. I don't know what that is. Hello? How do I crop this thing? Okay, maybe I have to pull this up on my screenshots here. Let's get rid of this. Yes, this one. Okay. Let's see. I think I want to keep all this here. We don't need this stuff here. Yeah, I just want it up to here about. Okay, done. Great. So we can drag this in. We're going to want a window for this. Let's make this 1024 again. It's going to be on a window. Let's make this 1024. Oops, too big now. There's no fill. Sorry, let me get one of these guys here. Okay, let's copy this. Let's get rid of all these hotspots. Okay, and then modal will pop up over it. So maybe it doesn't need a white background. Let's put some shadows on it. Okay. Maybe just a little bit slight gap here, so maybe you can click out of it. And let's see. Okay, let's just make it like an even number. Even though, of course, everyone's screen size is different. guess it doesn't really matter, to be honest. We just cover it up. Should we cover it up? No. We do want a little space, I think. Okay. Maybe we just center it. Okay, center it. Done. And then we want this image on the inside. Okay. And we're not going to have this thing here, so let's just block this out. Okay. Should this model have a bigger border? Okay, I think it looks okay, yes. And here we're going to have a button. Let's get a button. Let's get this button. Yes. And it doesn't need to be blue. It just needs to be maybe just an outlined button. Go to GitHub, view issue on github.com. Nice long button. Center that. Okay. Do I need to be blue? Not really. It just needs to be like a boring button. Did I have any guidance on here? Oh yes, I need to have my X. How do I do these modals here? I should have the same modal, I think. No. I did put a little curvature on there, a little rounded edge. 8. Okay. Maybe let's do that here. 8. Okay, I think 8 doesn't look bad. Do I need a border if I have a shadow? Not really. Looks okay, yeah. Maybe it's too white. Okay, let's tone down this color. Should it just be the blue? Maybe it should be an outline. Let's do white, or let's do no fill, sorry. And maybe a blue outline. Blue text. Yeah, okay. Doesn't look that bad. There we go. View issue on github.com. Perfect. I want it centered around here. I'm going to center this thing here, like this. Okay. It's a little more centered. Okay. So this is the GitHub issue tracker. I didn't have to recreate all these components on Sketch. I just took a screenshot of what I wanted, and that way I can recreate this on and through code. And then I just edited it as I needed. So we're going to have our assignees here. Maybe I should take a screenshot of another issue that has this kind of stuff filled out so we can see what it looks like. But I can just do that with my own issues. And I think generally that's it. This is not the most consistent board because some of these pages don't have the user logo up there. This is just about cleaning it up and making it consistent. But we don't really need this because I think generally we we know what's going on. You've been following me along. I know where everything is yet. I'm not working with anyone else. But later, if we're working with other people, then of course we should clean this up. And maybe I will as we move along. But for now, we don't need to. I think we generally know where all the components are. We just need to see how the components look when they work together with each other. I'm thinking actually behind all this, it should be kind of grayed out. Maybe even the logo, I wonder. Maybe not the logo. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a Gaussian blur. This is not, I think, blur, here we go. Yes. Gaussian blur. How do I do the Gaussian blur? Do I need opacity? Maybe I think it's 10%. Let me just look this up. I'd like to know. Gaussian blur on sketch. How do I do this? Okay. Oh, I see. That's right. It needs to be a background blur. Ah, here we go. Yes. Okay. So it doesn't need to be too strong. Maybe like a 2. And this is going to go behind the modal. So you can see things kind of clear up a bit here. Yes. Okay. So that way the focus is now on the modal, but you can sort of see the background a little bit. Yeah. Let's preview this. Yeah. Okay. I think that looks nice with the Gaussian blur in the back. I guess this modal could stand out a little bit more. Maybe have some sort of like top bar thing because you can't really see the top part here. Maybe I do want to do that. Let's group all this stuff together. Let's move it down a little bit. And maybe I want to have the same top bar like this. Do you think? I don't know yet. Okay. I don't know. Maybe let's just leave this for now. I think I mentioned this before. I want to try to get all the design decisions settled here in Sketch rather than doing them all like code. So if this is what we settle on here in Sketch, then I'm going to code this in. And I'm not going to play around with the design decisions with code because that usually takes just too much time. And it's just better to iterate and test here in Sketch in terms of design decisions. So from here, once we're settled with everything on Sketch, then it's very easy to actually just code everything down. In terms of the layout, the colors, that's actually very straightforward with HTML and CSS. But I'm going to be using React and styled components, and that is also just very straightforward. That can be done maybe in about an hour. After all that layout is done, then we can start adding in functionality and so forth. Yeah. So, okay, I think we're done with that. So that's GitHub issues. Yeah, I think we're pretty much there. we've mapped out the user flow. We know what each of these buttons do and where they take us based off of our maps here on the user flow wireframe. And we have design and layouts. Okay, maybe let's go back to this plans page. Does it look blank? It will just be basically just this top part here. And of course the user logo up here. I wonder. Anyways, let's leave it like that for now. This is the modal for the issues. It's a white background compared to this blue background for this modal. I think it's fine for them to be different colors. They don't need to be the same. This one, there's no Gaussian blur in the background with a modal, because this modal is small. It's a dialog window. Generally, I'm not a big fan of modals because I think they're a bit disruptive, but I think it makes sense here in this aspect. I think if you want to see more details about a specific issue, you don't really necessarily want to conceptually navigate away from the page, because I think you just want to view stuff, and then after you're done viewing it, you can click out. So I think it makes sense here, but generally I don't like modals. I think I don't like modals when they pop up without you asking for them to pop up, like ads or those websites that ask you to subscribe, or those cookie modals. Okay, I said I was going to fix the coloring and the color scheme. I still think it's pretty ugly, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how to improve it. So I'm going to leave it like this for now. And I think we're just going to move forward with coding and building this thing. And I think later on, then we can start fine-tuning the colors and improving them. So I think that's that. I think now we actually have a proper user flow. We have a design for our product, and we're pretty much ready to develop this now. We're not going to develop this next. I think next we're actually going to start developing a landing page that will describe what this product is going to do. I think Michael asked a good question. What am I building here? It's a very good question. Actually, I'm not 100% confident as to what I'm building yet either. So I think it will be a good exercise to build that landing page, tell people what we're building, and see if there's actually any interest in this product. We can also collect some emails from there. So I think I'm probably gonna do that with Webflow. Let's see, I already have a quick write-up of how I'm gonna do this. Chapter 3 landing page. So yes, we want to show potential users what this product is going to be about, how this product can help them, and maybe we'll just get some feedback as to if this is solving any pain points for people. So the steps I think we're going to try to follow is we're going to first draw out the flow of the web page by hand, and then we're going to start preparing the marketing copy before we do anything. And then after that, then I think we can design the web page with Webflow, because it's usually a pretty simple drag and drop. And the landing page usually doesn't have much functionality except for linking to a sign-in page or collecting email addresses, which Webflow can handle just fine. And then yeah, you can see all the features of the product on the landing page. So I think we'll try that flow, and maybe we'll try to do this tomorrow. So I think that's that for this live stream. Thanks guys for coming to join me. Really appreciate your support. I'm just going to hang out for maybe about 20 seconds. There's about a 20-second delay in my recording and what you guys are seeing on YouTube. Let's see if you guys have any other questions. Okay, I think I'm just gonna end this stream. You guys can still comment, and I'll respond to them, of course, or we can just chat in our other group chat. Okay, see you guys.